When I for good reason.
You got a hat and everything.
Hill is so fucking. You have to worry about keeping your phone. Yes.
Yeah. But what happened?
That was a very sad story out here where I was trying to break into his yard or something like that, or someone, and he went out in his own yard, police, or he called the police, and he went out into his yard with an AR, and the cops saw him. The cops shot him.
Oh, gee. Yeah.
In his own fucking.
In the middle of.
Cops put that motherfucker down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know the circumstances were, obviously.
Yeah. For the family.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I think about.
Yes, always. So how is Karate Combat, man? I love it. I've been watching a lot of stuff in Karate Combat.
Yeah.
And a lot of Lori guys fight in Karate Combat now.
Just wanted to invite me for hawk hunting. I go, I'm in. I would love to do that today from Miami. Yo.
I got to get out to one of the next one.
June 24th.
Where at?
Miami. This one is Miami or Orlando.
Give me a Miami, because I like Miami.
Man, if you would, because for such a long time, you know, and the experience, you know, if you go 20, I'm planning on to take my.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I want to take a more on trips now because you know all the times are over.
Yeah.
You know, and now it's a bit.
Don't you appreciate that now?
So much better.
Oh, plane, no mask, everybody's happy.
My crazy freaking like years ago, you know, I would come home at 8 o'clock drunk, and at 9 o'clock I got a flight. Now I'm walking. 6 in the morning, I go, I'm feeling great.
Sober
not
boss.
Drinking. How crazy is that? Oh, you know, I do drink here and there, like a glass of wine. Yeah, for a while. I think for the last 5 years.
Yeah, I'm taking it down to that myself. I enjoy marijuana, and I enjoy some other stuff that's been effective, but I am pretty drinking. I had a friend recently that got all drunk, and it was so sad to watch, debilitated, that I was like, I think I might be done. It was awful. You see someone just shit-faced, obliterated, can't form sentences.
Yeah.
Terrible for you.
No, it's horrible. That's why I don't go to the after parties anymore. With the last Karate Combat. Yeah, coming back to that, these are just Wall Street thing.
Karate Combat?
Karate Combat. They wanted the same thing. His wife's brothers, he said, we should start a boxing event or something and then get this Olympic-level karate full contact show. And he goes, oh, let me Google. And they realize there's nothing like it. That's literally.
And then it's when they go to the ground, they can punch 10 seconds? Is that what it is? 5 seconds?
With me, George St. Pierre. He's one of the hosts as Leo de Bachida, you know, but he was at about 3 seconds. I go, 5 is a short time. I think you need to, he says, but 3, then they probably hit harder. You know, I go, whatever, you know. I don't know, but it's a great rule. First of all, we haven't seen a knockout yet. Downs, you can use the pit, that's 45-degree angle wall, literally walk up there and then drop a guy. Oh, yeah, we had a lot of knockouts.
What do you mean by you haven't seen a knockout on the ground?
Ground and pound.
Oh, ground and pound.
Ground and pound.
Interesting.
Everett just came in, he's a point karate guy, and he was, I actually have some clips, the guy who trained with Raymond Daniels, and it's going to be great to do it. You want to watch this. Okay, so this is the first time, right? Abdullah Ibrahim, and that's and he thought he's going to... Oh! Buddy, guys.
Whoa, show that again. Hands down like that.
Yep.
Oh, left. Wow.
And then there is on this... there's another clip
they
there
have a
with
Bitcoin look.
It was at the time, yes.
Oh, these are Wall Street guys.
This is a long time ago.
Edges too. I really do like that. I like the cage. I feel like it gets in the way of so much. Look at this. Over the shoulder. Didn't even see it coming.
You know, and the great thing is if you fall against the wall, considered to be down, so you can do your opponent. That is down. Once you're on the ground, but on the wall, you're still okay. There's another Averill. He was the guy, the point karate guy. Okay, watch this.
Which one is it? Which
Yeah, this is good. You can hit play right there because that's at the. Watch slow.
Oh,
Yeah, you slow motion. He wanted to kick him with that. See in slow mo the way
you
he
can't kick once they.
Yeah,
But you can punch.
you can still
Think about that with MMA. Like pride versus.
watch it kick in the face now.
He's going
Dong.
down, yeah.
yeah.
But so he's touching someone.
Yeah.
Like, what
and
do you-
that's the goal. He's allowed to do everything. This is not considered to be down if you're leaning against the wall.
Interesting. But you can, you're not down, but you can kick to the. Can you
Oh,
kick
yeah.
to the body? Yeah.
Kick the body, kick the head also. Not kicking the head, of course, yeah.
Right. When they're. Well, what do you think about that? Because like old school pride rules, there was something wild about, and obviously UFC has sort of followed those rules in a cage, which is different. Your head can get trapped in a
Yeah.
cage, whereas in pride, it was the ropes and guys would out of the
Underneath that.
ropes and.
I don't know. Those times, once you saw Vanderlei Silva going to Vanderlei Silva against Sakuraba, the ropes,
Yeah.
and they start sucker kicking somebody's face.
Yeah.
What I do like always is knees to the head on the ground.
Yes.
Rather have that than elbows. Elbows are most of the time, these are knockouts. So do you because of a cut? In a street fight you wouldn't, right? I mean, you wouldn't. So the losing by a cut, that's still a lot.
Some knockouts on the ground with elbows for
More
sure.
and more now. We see them more. Before,
Right. It was
it
just
was
cuts.
98%
Right.
cuts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. The turtle position, when someone shoots a shot and they just hang out and they're allowed, because they can't knee them in the head. Boy, that's a very vulnerable position. You would never fight.
No.
Never.
But you saw that Roger Huerta when he was in the.
Yes.
That was, I
horrible.
thought somebody's going to get killed.
Yeah, that was a bad one. That was a bad one.
horrible.
Also got bigger than him too. Like Roger
Oh.
fought 155, and then he goes over and won. He's very big guys.
And he's already messed up. He's falling on the ground for
And
his
then he gets
balance
soccer
and kicked full.
Yes.
That was scary.
Find that one of the worst KOs. And what an interesting story that is, and kind of is very, very promising. He was on the cover of Sports.
Thing. That's the curse, right? The old Sports Illustrated curse, the cover.
Cover of Sports.
Okay,
Too, though.
forget about it. Check that.
Kid Dynamite.
Scratch
It's in my office at
Yeah.
home. He was.
Oh, okay, yeah, no. For him, it doesn't.
Yeah.
He's a special guy.
Yeah, but the Roger Word happened was he ran a foul. Some talking to him, or I don't know. The UFC didn't get along all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Which because the UFC wanted to promote him. He's a fucking guy. He's talented. He's tough as shit. And then winds up losing. And then the UFC, because there was all sorts of conflict between the two, fight other places, and then.
He went over there.
Well,
Unfortunately,
you have these guys that if they, there's guys. What do you have, like 9 years to perform at your very best?
Yeah. That's what I get.
I can really find of him on there.
Raymond Daniels.
I think this. I don't know if this is it.
Seemed to be a KO or anything.
Oh, no?
It's just a crazy fight between them.
This is not Koji Ando. It was a Brazilian guy.
Okay.
Oh Jesus! Right.
Already,
He's taking a lot of punishment.
But you see the guys who are older guys still performing really well. I think Raymond Daniels now, who's
Oh,
fighting
yeah.
for Karate Combat. He's still. By the
Amazing.
way, he fought. Gaev, who's considered the GOAT of karate, right? 5 world titles, 11 European titles. This guy's a freaking. Everybody, when you would have to put your house on freaking Raymond Daniels, Gaev beat him.
Really?
On fight, yeah. That's it. So his reflex, and everybody, the president, Adam Kovac, told me before, he says, Gaev is going to win. Oh, man, that's a big, he says he's going to win. Because also after the fight, they say, we have the blueprint. He says, no, Gaev. His reflexes, I mean, every time you see Daniels move, he was already in there. But now, mind, because this guy, he's got to download everything.
Yes.
And then you see him fight the next. He's a scary guy as well, the stuff that he does.
Amazing. His ability to incorporate style, karate, and also he had a lot of courage. Like going into, when he fought those guys, he really leg kicks, and Joseph Val beat him. And that's how his legs chopped those legs and eventually head kicked him.
But the 720 punch, did you ever see that
Oh,
thing?
my God.
And then he decided, because actually George, the commentator, my commentator, he asked him about it. He says, were you first about to throw a kick, and he says, actually, I was. But then when the air got close too fast, he knew to change it. And in the air, he was going, oh, did I leave the stove on? We're going to and then he made it into a freaking...
That is one of... Oh, here's the
This is scary.
one. This one's terrible. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Watch this. He's already out.
Out and turtled up, and that guy planted on the neck. I mean, that is one of the worst. And the amount of power that you can generate from that short already fucked up. If you back up, Jamie, you can see.
Just have this.
Oh, that's all it is?
The best I could find.
Yeah, already fucked up. And there's on this guy, and then the neck kick. Yeah, horrible.
Yeah, not good. But we don't have that in karate combat. We kick those to the body.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, George used to use those to the body. George St. Pierre. That's
Yeah,
a great technique to the body for a downed opponent. Heel slamming down like that.
Can you imagine? I remember I was talking to George yesterday about, right? I like it when you have gloves and you can point, fight, point, and a low kick. And every time when you get a picture for your opponent, right? So he's attached kick and make it actually you throwing a low. And then once you get used to that, of course, you break that and you're going high. And I said the master who did that was in a fight, and the guy is on the ground. Dwayne walks up to him and he points straight at him. So the guy puts his guard up, one shot, solar plexus. Fight was over. Stuff like that, I really enjoy. Veen, you know that he's the middleweight champion from Karate Combat. Also with Bang Muay Thai, you see that every organization.
See, I've
is
only
gonna go
watched clip. I've never watched a full event.
100% in control. Whatever happens, it's once I
Pull up Ross Levine.
Ross Levine, Karate Combat 39 is the main event. Just go to the second round because he's fighting a really freaking tough guy who team karate in this country. He just makes him look.
Here we go.
Okay, black. Look at this distance. I'm fainting. Underused in fighting. The way he stalks him. Sees everything.
Now, why? Is that just because
That's
it's karate?
just-
Then why
yeah.
don't they wear tops?
Them.
It seems like you should be able to wear shorts. There's nothing that would impede the movement of your legs, and I'm not saying that pants do. They don't that much, but
No, but the gi does. You know, we saw Hoist Gracie in Sakuraba, right? He said the gi was a nightmare. So get rid of the gi. Long, stretchy.
well, it's
What's
kind of
that?
cool because it shows you that it's karate. But if I would prefer shorts, I feel like shorts I can move my legs better.
Yeah.
I mean, not much. Obviously, karate tournaments, taekwondo with the gi on. Even I can actually they go with shorts in some events at least. Shit.
But you see the control he has. He's got
Distance.
everything. It's called. It's like the first time he knocked him out. The guy falls spinning. Ushiro Mawashi Yodan gear to the head.
Now this is karate, but it's contact. It's constant action. Whereas it's not. Where do these guys come from? Do they come from?
These guys came from the point background, and you see them, the evolution. I mean, in the beginning, they would throw one punch, they scream, and they stop going. They go, oh, shoot. Yeah, I got to keep going. And they make... so
you have to go up
see
the
them.
ramp to.
Yeah. Yeah, there's enough for sissies.
Interesting. Does Ross Levine? Does he come from a point?
He's a point background karate guy, but he went to other organizations. He's just a fighter. And now he's coming full circle to karate, and he became he took the old champion's belt. I mean,
So that guy in that situation, he couldn't get kicked to the head. So you can kind of sit complaining about.
I have no clue, but just go to the very end. You'll see the way he drops everything.
Yeah, like right there. Like what is that?
Why would you stop? Right? It's like
Yeah, well, I think he's already on his way out, right? So look, he just slid down there and stopped.
now it's at least a down opponent, but
So
that's
now
just,
seconds, right? Is that the strategy?
well, you could.
He's getting beat up, right?
Yeah, this is how. Look at this. I
So
mean,
you can do that. You can face there because the
He's not
guy's
down.
not totally
Yep.
just leaning against the thing.
against the wall.
In-
And what a choice to make for him. And he, the Castaneda, he was complaining wasn't out, so they had a rematch.
Oh boy.
Yeah, indeed. Oh boy. And then
Well,
he got an
fortunate that some of these guys who are they're great fighters, but they just have this place that if you can take them to there, they'll crack. Yeah.
Yes.
Like tough guys, they fall apart.
Yeah, but you go like, okay, with me, and I go, you know what? Maybe I should learn it. Start focusing.
Yes.
And that's how you get rid of it, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's just simply work on it.
Yes, but a lot of catch up to do, there was a early days of the UFC where those guys where they were elite, they just didn't want to roll because when they rolled, but when they strike with people, they would dominate them. So, yeah, it's just
What you don't like,
Yes.
that's because that's most of the time. First of all, you don't like it because you don't understand it. That's what I say to people. Understand it, you're gonna love it. Like the submission. Like, oh, this is way worse than boxing. We thought the tough guys were boxers.
Yeah.
That's not true.
No.
You can dislocate any joint bone in the human power to have. For any guy can do that who's doing after a blue belt, so to say.
Well, it's just it has amazing knockouts, but it's just control you on the ground and done. You don't have yourself. You don't have the same options. There's just so much going on.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, boxing is great to watch, but did you watch the Lomachenko?
I didn't. We were
fight?
busy.
Yeah, I think he got robbed. I mean, the commentators were trying hard not to say he got robbed.
Yeah.
They were close rounds and this and that, but I didn't. I felt like Lomachenko won that. Back and watch again, like with silence and try to no commentary, just try to like round. But to me, I felt like it was 2 rounds up for Lomachenko.
That's bad. For guys like that.
It happens all the time in boxing. It happens in the UFC too.
Yeah, but boxing, it's there, right?
It is sometimes, but when Marlon fought Corey Sandhagen, gave the fight to Marlon Vera, and it makes sense. I've watched that over and over again to try, because Corey Sandhagen's performance is fucking phenomenal. It's top level.
Vera is very freaking.
He's an
animal.
He's a fucking animal. He's so good. They're the elite of the elite in the division, both top 5 guys. But fucking just chopping away at him, whatever he wants, man.
Yeah. Man, that's why we have guys like Israel Adesanya. The way for him to lose, I think that's more powerful than any other person out there. You can be undefeated. It's nice, Daddy, but show people you're human. And then that was rope-a-doping, right? Anyway, he sits next to me. He goes, he's rope-a-doping. He's cage doping, whatever you want to call it, fancy doping. For the right moment.
Oh, it was amazing.
Amazing.
Well, he had got close to stopping him in one of the kickboxing and dropped him with seconds to go, like 1 second to go in the first round of their MMA fight. Yeah. So he kind of knew he could get to him.
Yeah.
But it's that mother big.
Dude, he was standing next to me. He came to Karate Combat. He said he's like 235 pounds.
He's huge.
This is great. All these guys.
Yeah.
I mean, freaking Tito is giant.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. And Gary.
Oh,
I mean, you're standing next to him.
He's
We're just
so
hanging. That's.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
So confident and so intelligent, and
yeah.
Daniel Rodriguez like that in his last fight and being the first guy to stop Rodriguez. I mean, that's a big deal. He's got it, man. He's got it. Whatever it is, he's on his way up.
That's the thing, the it thing, right? Because how many fighters do you see? They go for the belt, but they never really get the belt. So he should be a champ, but somehow he's not.
Well, there's guys that are so close. They're so close, and they beat top guys, but they never get what it is.
Yeah.
Like Michael Johnson, just this past weekend. I mean, he knocked out Poirier, KO'd him with one left hand. Elite of the elite, and just at a certain point, real bad. Josh Emmett KO'd him really bad, and then this past weekend, really bad again. So
it's a shame. And everybody's focus is on that. And I go, like, you shouldn't, Remember, there was a time that I was 11 fights under me. He said, man, you're 11-0 right now. You lost 11. I go, what? I wish you wouldn't have said that. I was afraid it was going to go inside my head. And I go, I want to make it 12. And then you start don't taking risks anymore. Thankfully, we got it. Can you imagine? You're going like this very tentative guy.
Yeah. Lots of people.
A lot of people.
They change up their style, become more technical or more boring, more safe, whatever you want to call it. And they think about it.
We had Mike Perry in the audience. Andrei Arlovsky was there also. That's one of those guys. Grab that guy.
Oh, my God.
Great on the microphone, great interviews. He's either going to get knocked out or he's going to knock somebody out. He's the perfect guy for any organization.
what he's doing now in bare knuckle fighting is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Knocking out Luke Perry like that, stopping him, beating up Michael Venom Page Husman.
Yeah.
He's just so fucking that there's something about the pain that comes with Cole that just suits him.
It's a mental thing.
100%.
I think also we were talking about, Louis Rocha actually was talking about as the lightweight guy. He said, I'm going to win this fight because I've been in a lot of street fight. I have a different mentality than his opponent Bruno Souza had. He has a nice upbringing, but he doesn't have that little meanness in him. You need it. You know, the controlled aggression like you talk about. I think that's a big...
It's certainly a big thing. Skill is right, but then the mental aspect. Sometimes trumps skill. If you calm those moments where the opponent, if you could just find your openings on them. Some people are great when they're not so great when they're the nail.
Yeah, yeah. I was talking as well. It's what bringing your parents. My mom and dad watching me fight. I go, I don't know if that's a good thing. Could be really good.
Children is what gets me.
Oh, the worst.
Yeah, children. When you see so much more now that you have to think about.
I wouldn't let my kids watch. They could watch the replay, but they can't watch it live.
Yeah.
Because what if something goes wrong?
Right.
You know, and
right.
that's my daddy. It's just not a good thing.
No. And it's all one more variable that you have to keep in your mind while you're competing. I mean, some people can fight their kids in the audience, and more power to them. But for some people, the kid in the audience and they lose the KO, you see the kid crying like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
why would you subject your children to that? It's just it's so hard.
For 3 years full to become a Bond.
Yeah.
Right?
Did you see the Mackenzie Dern fight this weekend?
No, I heard.
Oh my god.
She's a
oh
bright.
my god. Oh my god. It was incredible through performance. Like she's always been in the weight division, but to do that to Hill. By the way, Angela Hill is so fucking tough.
Great
The
striker.
beating that she took in this fight, never quit. Came very close to getting arm bars, and she just would not fuck that arm up, and she's getting hammer fisted in the. Woo!
Yeah. Yeah,
She's
level.
Angela Hill tough, but Mackenzie Dern, my God,
I never
that
expected
control.
to. If you see her in an interview,
Yeah.
she's a sweet lady.
But her daughter's time, and her daughter's
Oh.
very young, and her daughter saw her face. Her crying. I mean, she won. She dominated.
Yeah, but
I was like, whoa! Like,
Yeah.
it's hard. Kids.
yeah, don't bring family. My wife, she would throw in the towel if she sees a little tiny throw in the towel. I brought her to. Okay, she take this to Japan. I had to fight twice in 1 month. I tell her, I said, why don't you come with me? I can stay there. Finally, got some trading partners. And I can roll around with a little bit. So the first fight was against Suzuki. Peter Earth was there because he was just fighting also for the K1. He tried to stop at the time. But I remember when I kneed him and I hit him and he goes down on the ground. I'm standing in my corner. It's an 8 count. My wife is walking away. Where's she going? And now they go fight again. And then later, what were you doing? She says, I didn't like it because I thought you were a little bit, because I'm there. You know, you're going to do your best to hurt the guy more. I go, no. Why the hell would you leave? I'm standing fucking away.
Oh, no.
I go, what the hell is going on there?
I hurt him more because she was there.
Yeah. And then, by the way, this is also funny. We're doing the laundry on the balcony, and and suddenly it goes, oh my God, the building, and I'm laughing, and she goes, no, really. So I'm looking, and there's this floor like a really bad position. You know that and then you see people coming by. They just kick him, and then suddenly there's this little ambulance thing comes. They grab, put him away, but it was the wildest thing.
So she saw him jump?
She saw him falling down. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a wild way to go.
Yeah. They say the moment they jump, they know it's a mistake. That one guy who jumped in New York,
San Francisco.
this guy, and he survived.
Yeah.
The flipper brought him back up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Said you and
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, of course. You know you're going to die.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a friend in San Francisco.
And he died.
He died.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. He struggled with depression for a long time and then sent me a message that Tony killed himself. I was like, no. And I was like, how did he do it? And I was like, oh.
Yeah, because that's at least
That's a big fucking drop. And you don't die instantly, I don't think, either. Maybe you do.
I see TV with people that are depressed. In the early days, I would just think happy thoughts. That's what I'm the idiot who thought that. And then after my last I had like a 2.5 month period of depression. The scariest thing I've
Which
ever
fight? Which fight was it?
That was after the last fight I made. Like after 7 years, I didn't fight. Ruben Valerial,
Yeah.
the big Indian guy.
That question after that fight?
After that, I think maybe God letting me know, okay, the fight is over now. You got injured, and I thought I was okay, but I couldn't continue fighting anymore. And I think
Were you going into the fight?
hamstring, my rib was out. It was not good. But thankfully, I got him. But then after, I think that maybe got in my head that I couldn't. And I was literally on the freeway thinking, you drive my car against it, And I go, what? Thinking I go. And then I decided list with all the good things in my life and all the bad things. And they said the bad thing list is 2 things. And the rest is like goes on. They're focusing on it. I don't understand. A lot of people, and they are. And, like I was freaking out. I literally was thinking, if I wouldn't have had a family, I might have died. That crazy.
Did you get hit in that fight?
No.
No? So did you get hit at all in bad?
Nope. No, not. I 8 count. Not even in fighting. I've been very blessed.
Do you think it was just psychological? Because that is guys with CTE, guys that have had hits to the head, they start getting very depressed. Their serotonin levels are all fucked up. The pituitary gland gets damaged. Say it gets damaged even when you don't even get little jabs to the face.
Oh, listen, I've been there. He's that's a fun guy's part.
Oh my God.
He got me on a body shot one time and I looked at the clock. I'm making sure that he could not see that I was looking at the clock.
Yeah.
But he had me on a liver shot. I go, and then I start throwing on crosses because somebody was hurt to that, right? So I was trying, and thankfully he thought I wasn't hurt. And the bell went, I go, dude, I looked at him, I'm so happy you didn't touch me there, like this. And I would have gone down.
The liver is awful.
It's the worst.
Oh my God. When Ryan Garcia went down against Tank Davis, saying he quit, I'm like, okay, have you ever been hit there? Yeah, it's...
Where does my love for the liver shot come from?
Yes.
First time getting dropped by a liver shot. That's tough boxer, karate, but my hands are here.
Mm-hmm.
So added punches to the face, you overgo too fast, so you're exposing your body. And I was his name. It was in a Class A fight already, pro, and he figured me out really fast. And the liver shot, and I remember asking him. I go, "What is this?"
It's terrible.
I went and 3.5 hours in front of a mirror. 3.5 hours. My wife said, "You're insane." I would think a little. Only this. I was not going to drop my hands anymore. And the next day I went back to the class, cleaned 85% of the gym out. And they go, I thought I played a joke on them. I go, no, I started the freaking mirror. That was not going to happen again. I was a little obsessive compulsive there.
That's the
way to do it.
Yeah, you need that. You can't have a bunch of other things you can do. You have to be 100% all in, fully obsessed.
I'm thinking about a story. I lived in that building. I used to live across the gym, and I had a mixed martial art. I had a Thai boxing match. Next to my neighbors, there was a stairs going up. Left are the apartments and right. I was on the left side, so I image apartment, so I know everything. What we had there, and they were banging the music really loud, and it was 10 o'clock, and I go till 11 o'clock, 11:30, and ask them. So I asked them really nice if they could please. Because I have to do something tomorrow. They can only trigger something. And they said, close the door, turn the music up. And I tell the cops, I say, listen, this is 86A. My name is Bas Rutte. You can tell them that I use my name, but please, this has got to stop. Because midnight 15, it's a tip. So the police comes, but yeah, also, and it's hilarious because once music is down, I'm standing on the balcony, on one floor behind me, and it leaves, they go, they're gone, turn it. They're screaming inside, and they start blasting the music. I go, okay. So I put on that I looked a little different. And I walked down, and the guy opened, what's up, party time? And I walk in, close the door, right behind the door, box are. And in Holland, they're like ceramic diffusers, like big sparks. And I opened the thing, and I just crushed, I stomped the whole thing. I go, wow, the whole place goes down. And they came running in the building. I go, I warned you guys when he came close. They saw in my eyes. So the reason I didn't go there in the first place because I couldn't sleep. Adrenaline. Well, I couldn't sleep the whole freaking night. I was so rocketing now after that whole experience. Thankfully, I beat him. But that was the day before the fight.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
When you had the day before fight, was there anything specifically you would do to try to relax, try to calm yourself, or get ready?
I always been a big thing in the leg. The vagus nerve to stimulate that one. Morning I was doing that. Like I would be. This was with I use it with a low tone, and I let my vibrate. Now at the time I didn't know what to do. Short exhales actually stimulating the vagus nerve. You know, other ways to stimulate the vagus nerve are also by humming and singing. So I connected two of them. But it made me very calm. If I had a headache, I do it the same thing, but I go high because then my skull vibrates. And that always helps me with if I'm nervous with my body. So yeah, that's what I would do. I would relax and have fun. Video games, you know, nobody can say anything bad. Have aggression. Everybody needs to go right away. Kick the guy's ass. I remember my last fight. The was there, and he wanted to hype me up. So he says, "Can I talk to you?" It was like an hour before the fight. He goes, "Listen, man, this guy tries to take food away from your family." Guy, stop right there. I don't need this talk. Okay, seriously, no. Angry. That's you don't want to get angry,
right?
You know, you want to, so he says,
"It's interesting because some people do
slapped in the face."
Yeah.
No, my opponent's already going to do that. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
Did you see how I say try that?
Yeah,
right,
of course.
Slip that in there.
Interesting, the different psychology. Like if you were to be a psychologist, because you're dealing with all these different ways. Like some people, amazing potential, but they're just not that disciplined.
Yep.
Some people, because they're training too hard, they're going to overtrain.
Yep. Yeah, and I always found out that it's the one in the middle. It literally is. I think the guys with talent, they don't have the stamina because they're always schooling everybody in the gym.
Right.
Pressure.
Right.
You know, and then of course, but like the guys who are not really physically blessed, but still become a freaking champ. Like,
yes.
I mean, if you see him tight a little bit, the motoric skills are not
pigeon-toed.
Freaking world champion. Those guys are harder to beat than a guy it's easy. Because instead of, if I have to work for something 2 hours, they have to work 6 hours for the same thing to point. They don't want to let that go. Those guys are the worst. So it always comes with thing, and that's why I figured out in the middle. But I'm not like a BJ Penn kind of exceptional. 3 years black belt, and then backing it up by beating
3
winning
years
the world
mundial, which is insane. Imagine you meet a guy. I'm gonna go take my first jiu-jitsu. With that, then you meet him 3 years later. What are you doing? Oh, I just won the world championships. In what?
In the black belt
in
division.
What? Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
In what rank? What?
That's insane.
Nobody even gets up years. I was a brown belt for 8 fucking.
Yeah.
Dave Penn was a special guy. About unfortunately, they leave him out of the equation.
Oh.
But if you look at BJ Prime when he beat Sean Shirk, when Sanchez in his prime, when he was just smashing people, Joe Stevenson, BJ Penn, motherfucker.
Oh,
I put that BJ Penn as any 155-pounder lift.
Yep. Striking, it picked up so fast. Yeah.
Oh my God, Din Thomas,
animal.
He's knocking people, and his jiu-jitsu was off the charts. BJ Penn was talented, but during that period when he was what happened was he got with Marv Marinovich and he started training insane. The Marinoviches had him training cardio, anything else. Yeah. It was all plyo, all these fat. So they're like, you already know how to fight. Like the problem is endurance. It's a main gas tank, and then you go out there with so much, you never have to worry about keeping your foot off the gas.
But what happened? This sounded to me like you were going.
That's when he won. That's what I mean. But that's what BJ Penn, the motherfucker.
Yeah.
I feel like like you could get time machines together. Khabib when he beat Conor McGregor, and BJ Penn when BJ